going out against very hot conditions here today at Eastern Illinois, and it is going to be an exciting event from track and field events. And once again, we have got some kids who are going to be outstanding to watch, and Brian Hanrahan along with Joe Newton and Joe, York High School. Joe, you've been at this a long time, and you've seen some great ones come and go, and we're going to see some great ones today.
I think we're going to have some outstanding performances, Brian. The only thing I'm a little apprehensive about is the heat for the distance runners, but I think we'll survive, and I would like to pay my respects to Liz Astroth and the men of the IHSA that sponsor this meet, and especially to Mr. Neil Moore, who is the track coach here at Eastern Illinois University. He has a great runner down here of his own named Jim Mayton, who's the national champ, and they know about track and field here, and we're going to have a great meet today.
Well, it's a beautiful facility as well. They have got everything set up, and let's go over a few of the events. So we've got some outstanding kids that we're going to see today. We're going to start off with the field events, and Joe, we've got one of the nation's best high jumper and a young man in the Class A school.
Yes, this Blob young man has jumped 7 feet 2 1/4. He's got the leading jump in America at the time. We have a 17-foot vaulter from Ottawa Fenza in the AA. Young John Nolan from Proviso West went over 24 feet in the long jump yesterday. Jason Pankow from Lake Park is over 188 feet in the discus. The Coleman boy from Elgin Larkin is 62 feet, close to our all-time record in the shot put. I think the boy from Bloom, Murphy, is 50 feet 7 in the triple. We could have a lot of things happen today that are going to really be great.
Is this unusual? Illinois obviously always puts out a lot of great athletes, but is this unusual year to have so many records as well as just outstanding athletes in so many categories?
Brian, I think it runs in cycles. Illinois has been noted for their distance runners down through the years, and this year happens to be a little down year in the distance events. But it's an up year in the field events, so it kind of all evens out. What comes around comes around.
Well, again, as you pointed out, Joe, the distance will be affected by the heat, but the sprints should not, and the sprints is anybody's game.
Oh, boy. 3 boys in the 100 meters qualified yesterday within 3/100ths of a second. We have heat, which is great for the sprinters. We have a little breeze to blow them down the track. I think we're going to have some awesome times in the 100, the 200, the 400-meter relay today, really.
Now, also, what can come down to be possibly the team overall championship, the last event, the mile relay. We could have so many teams going after that championship right down to the wire.
Absolutely, Brian. With the exception of East St. Louis Senior, who ran about 2 seconds faster than the other teams, there's about 6 teams within 4 or 5/10 of a second that mile relay, and that mile relay could change the championship status. So I think that's one of our premier events today.
How many have you seen, Joe? How many state championships?
This is my 36th year, Brian. The years are flowing by.
Well, we've got a guy here who has been here a long time. This is a great day for a track meet, and as long as you're not a long distance runner. But we're going to come back for the start of the meet right after this. Welcome back to the 94th state final meet. We are all set for the 3,200-meter relay. There are 4 alleys: Yorkville, Shelbyville, and Kersher in Alley 1, Princeton, Maple Park, Canelan, and Lansing, Illiana Christian. In Alley 3, Norridge, Ridgewood, Cairo, Dunlap, and in Alley 4, Geneva, Delavan, and Farmington. And Joe, who are the guys to watch?
Well, Yorkville comes in with the best time yesterday, 8:04, Princeton at 8:07. I think those are the 2 favorites. Right now, Princeton is in 2nd place. Yorkville looks like they're in about 4th. Real good start. It's tough coming around that first curve, Brian. A lot of pushing and shoving, but it looks like everybody got out okay.
Exactly. After that first curve, you can come in and merge, and now the little trip on the inside there.
On the inside.
Having some trouble there. And again, this is the 3,200-meter relay, so they will be going around.
Looks like Yorkville is taking the lead. They have the orange top.
Yorkville quite strong, looking very strong coming through. At the end of the first lap, it is Yorkville out in front.
End of the first quarter will be about 56, 57 seconds. Not a bad opening quarter. Took it back. It's Dunlap out front. Geneva in 2nd right now. The 2 favorites are far back.
Bob, you right. Forget the broom, one or the other.
It'll be an interesting race, Brian. The 2 favorites are starting out a little slower, but I'm sure they're coming on strong in the next 2 legs.
Exactly. And the man who was leading the whole first lap is starting to fade here a little bit.
Now Geneva is taking the lead.
And again, the first First few laps will be a battle back and forth a little bit, but these teams like a Yorkville and a Princeton, they seem to know what they're doing and they know what their capabilities are.
Absolutely.
And again, we mentioned that the heat here today is going to cause some trouble for the distance runners, and this is going to be the first distance meet. We'll get a good chance to see exactly how much it's going to affect the kids. And Joe, you've got your stopwatch going. Let's see what the time is here.
Well, let's get the first split is 1:55. That's an awful good split on the team in green. Awful good. Geneva's still running second.
And welcome back, and we are on the gun lap here of the 3,200-meter relay with Yorkville as expected out in front with Princeton close behind and Geneva. And Joe, they have been running well in these two schools that we started out a little slow and really come on in the end.
They both chose to run their slowest man first, Brian, but now they've taken charge of the race. Geneva's hanging on, but it looks like it's going to be Yorkville and Princeton right to the wire.
Looks like someone may come up and challenge Geneva there for third place. Yorkville way out in front. They are really coming around, and he is running very, very strong.
Geneva's coming on very tough here.
Brett Ward, Jr. from Yorkville High School. Geneva coming on strong, and Princeton falling all the way back to fourth.
Yes.
Princeton is going to hang on for fourth. It's going to be Yorkville, Geneva, and purple uniform is fourth. We'll have to double check that for you, but a fine race run by Yorkville.
Like the final time is right around 8 minutes. The all-time meet record is held by Princeton in 1981, Brian, 7:54. So just a shade over the record, about 8 minutes. A good race considering the heat and the time of the day here. I thought they looked very good after that first leg, Yorkville.
Well, that was one of the things we wanted to double check on in the first running race, and especially a distance race, is the fact that the heat really didn't seem to be much of a factor. They seemed to have no problems with it.
Looks like we made it. It looks like we made it through the first race, at least, without the heat taking effect.
And here's when Yorkville took the lead over Princeton and held on to it for the rest of the race. So I think was trying to double check at what time they had done that, but they really...
Brett Ward, a junior from Yorkville, taking the lead, and kind of broke the spirit of the Princeton boy here, because after this, the Princeton guy kind of faded and got passed by two teams.
And that was his first lap of his final leg. And there is the Yorkville team, and still huffing and puffing, but look at that. Not a major problem for him out there. The weather not too bad for him.
No, they're in the ecstasy of victory right now.
Yorkville wins the 3,200-meter relay in Class A. Well done, Yorkville. Welcome back. 3,200-meter relay. We are all set. The Class AA, and we'll run down the teams for you real quick here. Schaumburg, Moline, Roselle, Lake Park High School, Rockford East, Peoria Richwoods, Maine South and Park Ridge, Naperville Central, East Moline United, Bloom and Chicago Heights, East St. Louis Senior, Downers Grove North, and Springfield Lanphier. And Joe, the favorites?
The favorites would be Schaumburg, Rockford East, and Naperville Central. They just went by the first 220, Brian, about 26 seconds. They're off to a very fast start. All three of those teams were in the same heat yesterday. The first heat all ran between 7:50, 7:51. Should be a great, great race today, Brian.
You said before we came up, you were talking about how exciting this race would be. It's a possibility that we could see someone else sneak up in those top three categories.
Anything is possible. Right now, East St. Louis Senior is leading in the first quarter was 55, which is about a 1:55 pace. They're going out very quick, Brian.
A little bumping there as they came around as well. You saw a couple of, I saw one youngster's hands go up in the air.
Anytime you put 12 teams in a heat, you're asking for a problem, and that's the only thing you can do, but it's difficult. You got to be ready for that bumping and shoving.
That's how you maintain your space, and you grab your space and try to hold on to it.
Absolutely. That's Schaumburg up there now challenging East St. Louis. On the outside, somebody's coming with that. That looks like Downers Grove North with Tony Laskowski up front. That's a surprise. Tony usually runs anchor. So it's Downers North, it's Schaumburg, it's Naperville Central, East St. Louis Senior fading a little bit.
A little bit of strategy on the coach's part.
Absolutely. Plus, it'll give Tony more rest to come back in that mile. That's a great... Wow, they're going to run a fast opening leg, Brian.
He is really grooving, too.
Smokes. 148, 149, 150. Opening leg by Tony Laskowski, 153.5. Glass from Naperville Central's got the baton at second, Schomburg in third.
Here's the final gun lap of the 3,200-meter AA relay, and Schomburg has come out and taken the lead, and really, you can see the distance. They have really come on, followed by Naperville Central, and battling in third is Rockford East, and East St. Louis. Now Rockford East is taking the lead, and Schomburg, you can see, is way out in front. And Joe, is as expected?
Absolutely, yeah. Schomburg has had a great team all year, and they're really showing their true mettle today. They're going to run a very outstanding time. It looks like Rockford East might nail Naperville Central here. Bloom Boy's going to make a run for East St. Louis guy also. A good stretch run. Nobody's going to touch Schomburg.
Schomburg is definitely going to win it. You can see there's the right behind him for second place. It's going to be close. Rockford East. There they are. Rockford East is going to sprint by and take it at the wire.
Naperville Central third, Brian. East St. Louis in fourth. Bloom, a surprising tip. There's Bill Keene. And Maine South gets fifth as Bill Keene just nips that guy at the tape.
He came over head first. A gutsy performance, and there are just one of the Schomburg runners. Now they're all coming together.
Absolutely, Brian. I couldn't believe the time. It's unofficially 7:43.17. The all-time meet record of 7:38 set by Thornton of Harvey way back in '76.
In the second leg, it seemed at this point, Joe, this is really where Schomburg really seemed to kick it in, and they never relinquished the lead.
Absolutely. There he goes to the front, and they never, all they did is lengthen the lead from there on in. 7:43, which blows my whole theory, Brian, at the heat today, because the guys are just running some incredible races.
Well, the Schomburg team, Rick Hornstrom, Kevin Peterson, Kevin Heddenberg, Dave Rizutko, Rod Miller, Scott Lilly, some very, very good runners. They all just came together.
Absolutely. Well, they won the state cross-country title last fall, Brian, and I've got a great coach in Jim McNider, and they're fine young men. They well deserve it.
400-meter relay, Class A. We are all set for right now. In lane 1, Metropolis. Lane 2, Taylor Ridge. Lane 3, St. Anne. Lane 4, Melrose Park. That's Walther Lutheran. In lane 5, Cairo, the team to watch. They ran a 42.9 yesterday. Lane 6, Madison. Lane 7, Normal University. Lane 8, Trenton Westglen. And lane 9, Lewiston. Joe, you said before we came on that Cairo would be the one to watch.
Absolutely.
They are in lane 5, and they have the blue tops.
They're here every year in this relay, Brian, and they're competitive every year. Walther Lutheran, the same thing. Won the state championship several times here in the last 4 or 5 years. St. Anne's down in lane 3 has got a great, should be a real competitive race, Brian, right to the finish.
St. Anne's in the famous red and white stripes.
Yeah,
so
I call them the hot dog suits. You can't miss them.
A little bit of warming up still left to do as Taylor Ridge, and that's Rock Ridge High School.
Quiet at the start, please.
And now they are all set. They get into the blocks. A good crowd here today at Eastern Illinois. Charleston, Illinois, a beautiful day. You know, I think, Joe, we were talking about the weather earlier. I think the breeze has helped a lot.
You're absolutely right. I was just thinking the same thing 5 minutes ago, Brian. It's hot, but the breeze kind of cools you down a little bit, and I think the times are going to be very awesome today, as proven already in the 2-mile, 3,200-meter relay.
A 400-meter relay, of course, with 4 runners. You can break it down very easily. 100 meters for each runner, and of course the passing off of the baton is so important. There is the starter in your upper right-hand corner. Lane 5, Cairo, the team to watch. In the blue, as well as St. Anne in the red and white. And they are in lane 3. Stadium is dead silent. Clean start. Making up really the first one to make up some ground there.
It's close, Brian, between Cairo and Walther Lutheran on that first handoff.
Exactly. Now Cairo taking a little bit of a lead. Walther Lutheran in the green shorts in the middle.
Off for St. Anne, and Walther are about tied for second right now, but Cairo out there.
Oh, here comes Walther Lutheran really cooking now. And here's the big final pass. Here they come down the stretch. Walther Lutheran, look at Cairo come correct. It is Madison. I'm sorry. Madison was the one battling K-Row the whole time.
Great race. Unofficially, I have a time of 42.9, which is the same as they ran last year. The all-time record, Brian, is 42.7, so they're very close.
And you can see, look at, he's celebrating already.
Maybe celebrating a little bit too soon.
K-Row, Madison, and Joe, this is really where it took off. I think Madison had the lead there.
Madison had the lead on that handoff, but this boy from K-Row came very, very strong and takes the lead right here at this moment. Madison in second. You can see Walter Lutheran in the background battling St. Anne's for third. You know, perhaps if the boy hadn't celebrated quite so soon, they might have broken the record. Very reminiscent of some of the times Carl Lewis does that thing, and these high school guys are picking up on that. That 42.9 holds up. They missed the record by 0.2. Great team.
Arthur Woods.
Every year, Brian.
Shot of Arthur Woods there ran the last lap. I should say the last 100 meters for K-Row. Very, very impressive.
He's a strong lad. That was a great win for K-Row. You know, they're battling for that team championship, and this is a big start for them, Brian.
Now we're all set for the finals of the 400-meter relay, Class AA. In lane 1, Kankakee Senior. Lane 2, Aurora West. Lane 3, Chicago Heights Bloom Trail. Lane 4, Mendel Catholic. Lane 5, Joliet West. Lane 6, Waukegan West. Lane 7, East Moline United. Lane 8, East St. Louis Senior. And lane 9, Rockford East. Joe, who should we be watching? Obviously, the middle lanes seem to be the fastest. That's where they place them.
Joliet West had the best time yesterday, Brian, of 42.4, but there are 4 teams within a tenth or 2 in this race, so it could go to anybody.
We saw that this race goes fast. The exchange of the batons between the runners are very, very important. And now, once again, the stadium becomes dead silent for the start. Another clean start. Watch the teams in the middle. That is
Mendel Catholic is making a real run right there in the middle right now. Mendel Catholic and the light blue trail right there.
Mendel Catholic in the light blue shorts. Again, here's the third exchange.
Mendel Catholic took the handoff first.
East St. Louis Senior doing well also. Here they come around. Mendel Catholic.
Mendel Catholic.
Mendel Catholic. Looks like East Moline United.
United is coming. And
coming out is Joliet West.
Joliet is coming. That's Kelly.
And it is going to be.
Kelly got it.
Wow. Joliet West came from behind.
Unofficially 41.87. The all-time record by 41.7. What a race. 3 teams within a couple of hundredths of a second. But it looked like that Kelly kid from Joliet West won it on the anchor leg.
And second place is going to be tough to call, either Waukegan West or, I'm sorry, East Moline.
East Moline United, or...
Let's see.
Let's check it.
I think it is going to be.
It is. It's Kelly, it's United, and it's Mendel third.
Mendel's final run. This is where it happened.
Here's where it happened.
A nice exchange for
United Township.
Yeah,
right
United.
there. They're right there with Mendel.
But it was the speed of
Kelly
Joliet
boy
West.
is way behind here in the yellow shirt right in the center. He's got 10 500-meter speed. He's a great quarter miler. Watch this lift now, Brian. Look at that arm action. Incredible.
And he just blew by.
Blazing speed and leads it.
Wow.
An incredible effort. 41.87 unofficial. Just superlative.
There they are. Joliet West, the 400-meter relay AA champion, followed by Chicago's Mendel Catholic and East Moline United. We'll be back with more boys track and field after these messages. The 3,200-meter run, the finals here for Class A. And there are quite a few young men. And to run down all the names would be just about impossible. So we're just going to try and we'll get you off to a start, and we will keep you informed of who is in the lead.
The favorite, Brian, is John Erickson of Eureka, right there in the inside of alley 1.
That's why you're here, Joe, to filter through all these kids.
The first 4 qualifiers are within 3 seconds each other, Brian. There's no outstanding runner, but there's going to be a real competitive race because they're all bunched together. Troy Maddox holds the all-time record, 9:10.87. for Streeter Woodland, but there's nobody in this race that's capable of running that fast.
And do we expect anyone to just really go out and grab the lead like young man has done right here? He really has gotten a little bit of distance on the pack, but
yeah, I'd say Erickson or Detmer from Mater D, or maybe O'Neill from Hayworth might grab the lead, and it's very difficult with 30-some runners in one heat to catch who's up front. It looks like Dan Schiffer from Avon is in the lead. The pace is relatively fast for the ability of the runners, Brian. They'll slow down radically in the next 2 or 3 laps. They're going to go by the quarter in about 64, 65. Well, they're down in there around 9:20 pace.
So Schindler from Avon has the lead here in the first lap of the 3,200-meter run. We're on the gun lap now. John Erickson of Eureka has really come on now, and he is taking the lead. And look at him. You can just see him grooving now. He is passing up other runners, though. He is lapping them, I should say.
Got a guy right on his tail. So you're a little problem. I don't know who that boy is, but they're going to go right to the wire.
I wonder if Erickson realizes it or not.
Down to the last 220, and the time is about 8:50. They're going to run about 9:30. Look at this, Brian. Look at this.
Another runner has been on his tail the whole time. Let's see if Erickson can hold him off around this corner. He looks like he is from, I can't catch the name, I'm sorry, but he's coming on. Mater D High School.
Mater D. That's Detmer from Mater D.
He's coming on, and he's going to beat Erickson. Erickson,
what a time he's going to run, Brian.
Erickson has lost it. Mater D. Young man from Mater D is going to come on.
Detmer from Mater D, unofficially about 9:20.7 or 8. Just unbelievable.
Wow. And look at Erickson. You see him. He just collapsed right there.
Absolutely. And those two boys have run 9:40. For them to come down to 9:20 in this heat is just an incredible effort. No wonder the young man has collapsed. I hope they get him up real soon.
It is warm, boy. When he falls down that track, he heats up probably even more because that track is very, very hot.
It is.
And let's see, this is the point now, Joe, where he looked very strong. I wasn't sure if the Mater D runner was going to be able to do it, and he just really looked strong from here on out.
Absolutely. Look at Johnson now. He's a smart young man. He's holding him off when they're going to the curve, which causes the Mater D boy to run 2 or 3 yards further. Notice how he lengthens out and makes that effort to keep him on the outside. So the young man from Eureka, Erickson, did everything he could to hold him off. But the other boy had just a little bit too much left. But
and let's see where Erickson pretty much, Eric Detmer, a junior, only a junior from Mater D High School. You can see,
look at that
Detmer's
arm action, Brian.
Right. Now watch Detmer, but watch Erickson. At what point does he finally say, I can't do it?
Right here, he drops his head, his arms go down, he begins to stumble a little bit. The other boy's got the great arm action, the upright body, the high knee action. 9:20 from 9:40 is a real quantum leap, I'll tell you that.
Well, you also saw Erickson at that point. There is Erickson, is John Erickson, a junior also from Eureka, so Detmer and Erickson could meet again next year.
Absolutely. You talk about giving your all, Brian. Here's the young man still down on the track. That epitomizes track and field in our state. He gave it his all. And
so the 3,200-meter Class A run goes to Eric Detmer of Mater D High School.
Double A 3,200-meter run in Alley 1, Orland Park, Sandburg.
John Erickson, he looks okay. It looks like he might have pulled something there when he just stumbled a little bit, or maybe his legs are just a little bit. You can see how tired he is. He gave it his all, and he did look back and to make sure that he did have second place. He did have second place wrapped up, and he just grooved right in. The 3,200-meter run now is final. Now the AA finals for the 3,200-meter run, and again, a large field. Joe, who do we expect to have a good run here?
Well, there's 3 young men that are very tough. Andy Homley from Sandburg, and we have Todd Lopin from Pontiac, and Mark Shire from Metamora. Should be a real great competitive race. The times were not fast coming in, but they weren't fast in a single leg. Well, they ran brilliantly, so I look for this race to be down around 9 flat.
Again, the heat.
Homley breaking right out front at the break. Homley is out front right there on the inside with the blue or the yellow pants and the green shirt. Homley from Sandburg breaks out front.
Homley also has run the best time in the state this year.
That's right.
9:11.6.
Right at 2:20.28. Very fast start. Very fast start. We're going to have a great time today, I think, guys.
There you see Homley 168 in the orange short, or yellow shorts, I should say, in the blue top.
And that's Todd Lopin right next to him from Pontiac. They're the 2 favorites.
So they head out. And again, strategies are very different sometimes. So some runners like to hang back in the pack.
I think in a race like this, with all of these runners in there, you got to get up front and go and you get rid of all the traffic. They really do. They're very smart to do that.
Here they come, the pack barreling down on you.
9, 60, 61, 62, 63. Very, very quick. The A was 65. They're at 63, Brian.
So Homily and Lopeman lead on the first lap. Here's the gun lap now with the boys' 3,200-meter run. Mark Shire of Metamora High School has come out and taken the lead here and really has got a huge lead on Lopeman, who is second. And then from there,
Tommy O'Hara's son, young O'Hara from Montini, is third, but he's struggling right now. It looks like the young freshman from Centralia, Carter's coming on real strong.
And Homily, who was
leading, has just faded, just collapsed right on the side of the track. Just collapsed, Homily, with a lap to go.
He fell, and he is off the track. We'll let you know how he is. Mark Shire,
50 yards ahead, Brian, with a 2:20 to go.
Look at the stride. He is just grooving here.
Going to be a big battle for third place back here. 1, 2 are just away with Shire and Lopeman from Pontiac, but there's a real battle coming on here. 8:59, 9 minutes.
Here's the battle there for third now. Shire's going to come across with a big hand from the crowd.
Outstanding time, under 9:11, 9:10, 9:11, about 9:12 unofficial.
Here's Lopeman right down here, right?
It looks like Carter from Centralia is third, if I got my numbers right. Again, it looks, I don't know who that boy is in fourth.
Looks like Mendel, possibly. Just from trying to remember the uniforms. But there is Shire, winner of the 3,200 meters.
Unofficially, Brian, about 9:12, a very, very fine time because it's really heating up out here now.
Exactly. The track has gotten a lot warmer. Shire accepting congratulations. He is the champion. 3,200 meters. Mark Shire of Metamora. Let's watch, Joe, where he really, this was early in the early goings, and he took it away from, I should say, from Homily, and Homily was never the same.
Absolutely.
And he looked right there. He looks the same as he did when he finished.
Absolutely. Took a lot out of Homily, too, trying to battle him right there, and he collapsed at the finish line.
Shire from Metamora High School. He is a senior, and what a great way to finish off his high school career. The 3,200-meter state champion.
Absolutely. Great cross-country runner also.
Here are the finals now. The 110-meter high hurdles, Class A. In lane 1, Nate Baker of Aledo. Lane 2, Ed Lotch of Peru St. Bede. Lane 3, Harry Strong of Melrose Park. That's Walther Lutheran. Lane 4, Wes Greenwood of Flora. Lane 5, Chauncey Williams, St. Anne's. Lane 6, Jose Gonzalez of Kankakee, Bishop McNamara. Lane 7, David Pringle of Abingdon. In lane 8, Dan DeBacker of Taylor Ridge, that's Rock Ridge High School. In lane 9, Scott Leto of Maple Park, Canelan. And who is the man to watch, or the men, I should say?
I think Jose Gonzalez from Bishop McNamara, he virtually tied the record at 14.5 yesterday. Should be a great race.
This is fast. They're moving from right to left because of the wind. They had to change them. So the wind is now in their faces. And Williams taking the lead in lane 5.
Looks like Williams and Gonzalez and the Harry Strong from Melrose. Walter Lutheran is not too far out of it. That's all unofficial, O'Brien, but I would say Williams won it and Gonzalez was second. And unofficial, the time is 14.53, which the record is 14.5 flat, so it's a very, very fine race. But you want to mention to the folks, Brian, about why they're going the wrong way.
Well, what's the whole thing with the wind? What is that determined?
The wind is very difficult for hurdlers to run against, and for the benefit of the guys, they decided to turn around and run with the wind. So this race is going opposite on our monitor from all the other teams.
Right, I should mention I flip-flopped that. It was on their back. There's Williams, and wow, that's close for second.
You pick him for second, Brian. Wow, but Williams is definitely the winner, right on the record.
Watch it again. Great, great shot. Look at this.
Good technique.
Camera work.
Look at that. Wow.
Carlos?
Oh, is that great?
Close. It is really close between Gonzalez and Strong.
Gonzalez,
I'm sorry,
and another guy on this side.
and Dave Pringle.
That's it.
Of Abingdon. We'll find out when they get the awards who takes second or third, but definitely Chauncey Williams right there of St. Anne's wins the 110-meter high hurdles, Class A. The finals of the 110-meter high hurdles, Class AA. Here are your lane assignments. Lane 1, Marcus Brown of De La Salle in Chicago. Lane 2, Tim Johnson of Blue Island Eisenhower. Lane 3, Terry Winston of Alton Senior. Lane 4, Jamal Carson of Tinley Park. Lane 5, Johnny Westbrook, who was one of our favorites from Thornridge. Lane 6, Bart Smith, Naperville North. Lane 7, Jim Noble, Gordon Tech. Lane 8, Brick King of Homewood Flossmoor. Lane 9, Phil Sykes, Marion High School. And watch the middle for Johnny Westbrook and Bart Smith. Lanes 5 and 6.
Brian, don't sell Bart Smith short. He's a great competitor. Going to Georgia on a full track scholarship. Westbrook is the favorite with a 14 flat.
Westbrook takes the lead.
Bart Smith is coming. It's Westbrook, but here comes Bart.
Bart Smith.
He faded. Looks like Westbrook came back.
Smith is going to have trouble just getting third.
That's right.
Westbrook.
And then it looked like over at Alton, Terry Winston from Alton over in lane 3, an unsuspecting guy got in there for second. Looked like Bart hit the 730. Unofficially the time, wow, it's not in the books.
It was that fast.
Wow.
The timer at the stadium didn't even.
It's like the FAT broke down and put the time up there, but it looked awfully fast.
Let's watch it again.
Watch this back here. Look at this boy. What technique. Look at him stretched into that hurdle, Bart. An amazing guy. There's Bart Smith coming on right there.
Right here.
Now, I think he hits the next hurdle. Let's see. Whoop,
yeah.
Yep, he stumbled.
That's where he stumbled. He got his timing off.
Here's the Alton boy right there, and it's definitely, whoop, yep, Alton second, Bart third. But Westbrook definitely first. I think unofficially about 13-9.
Right. Let's watch. Now this Bart Smith is making some ground here.
Some ground, and then right there he staggers. He pulled his leg through too far, his trail leg. But he's a competitor. He never gave up.
Terry Winston of Alton, only a sophomore.
Oh my goodness, ran the race of his life on the day he had to do it.
And you see him up there in the red, the right hand top. Just see him there off the screen. Very, very well run. 110-meter hurdles.
I think in their fourth, too. Very close race.
The 110 high hurdles goes to Johnny Westbrook of Thornridge High School. The 100-meter dash in Class A. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Bobby Shoemaker of Lewiston. Lane 2, Ian Smith of Madison. Lane 3, Drake Efren of Greenville. Lane 4, Eric Baugh of Melrose Park, Walther Lutheran. Lane 5, LaBeach Graves of Cairo. Lane 6, Darren Hodge of Cairo. Lane 7, my favorite guy, Waboyu of Chicago St. Benedict. A basketball player also, great name. Lane 8, Mark McLean of Freeport. And in lane 9, Brett Johnson of Dakota. And Joe, you were telling me that Cairo seems to be the favorite, the two runners.
Oh, yes. This Graves boy ran 10.5 yesterday, right on the record. And he's got a teammate, Darren Hodge, that's right there at 10.7, along with Eric Baugh from Melrose at 10.7. Should be a great race, and if the wind factor's not too high, they may break it. Once again, you notice they're running with the wind, Brian. They're going from the right to left, which is reverse of the normal procedure. But it's to help the young men. It's in their best interest.
So you don't need to flip your TV upside down.
That's right.
Just the way they do it sometimes. They'll flip it depending on how the wind is blowing. And again, the faster runners with the faster qualifying times are usually set in the middle lanes of like 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's where you'll see them.
Graves, the favorites in lane 5.
Only a sophomore, Graves.
Oh my goodness.
Getting into their blocks. Okay, there's the gun. You'll know when it starts when we do. This huge crowd comes totally silent again. Class A, 100-meter dash. And it is the Cairo boys in the middle.
Cairo running 1-2 right now.
Graves has got a huge lead, and it's going to be close for second and third.
Graves is out front, and then it's debatable between Hodge and that guy Smith, it looks like, over there from Madison. Could be very close on the picture.
Well, fortunately, we have the wonders of slow motion instant replay. So let's watch it again.
We'll try to catch it right here. Graves is definitely the winner.
Wow, that's incredible. He just outdistanced everyone.
It's the Cairo boy and Ian Smith.
There's Graves
okay.
Now. It's going to be, looks like Hodge for second. We'll watch it again. Let's watch his fine race.
Let's watch the good first step. Little inside outside with the arms, but boy has he got leg speed. Now he gets into his full stride after a little bit of a staggered start. Look at that knee action at stride, pulling with the arms, a wrecked body. Great form coming down the straightaway. Pretty soon he'll lean for the tape, and here comes his buddy right up there on the inside, right beside him.
Just to the left of him is Waboyu.
Okay, he out-leaned Waboyu, and then it's a question whether he got the boy on the other side.
Exactly. So Boyu could be fourth, Ian Smith could be third. But Hodge, it's going to be Cairo 1 and 2. Very impressive. 100-meter dash goes to LaBeach Graves of Cairo High School. 100-meter dash, Class AA. We will give you the names and the lane assignments.
Watch Steve Kelly, Brian, right in the center of the track. 3 guys yesterday ran within 0.03 of a second. It's going to be a close race.
Lanes 3, 4, and 5, and 6 are Palmer, Newsom, Kelly, and Edwards.
I'd hate to pick the winner. Lead start. Kelly breaks up right close. It's going to be Kelly.
It's going to be real close.
Kelly.
It is going to be real close.
Kelly and Newsom. Kelly and Newsom, and then it looks like Benson, maybe Blue Island Eisenhower on the outside, but Kelly and Newsom for sure.
Steve Kelly of Joliet West, Tim Newsom of Rock Island. Newsom only a sophomore, and could have been Karsten Edwards of Aurora West.
Or Benson from Eisenhower
Benson
on the
up
other
in
side.
lane 1 of Blue Island Eisenhower.
There's
Watch
a replay
again.
now. We'll get it. You might have called. You called it. It is Karsten Edwards, definitely. And
let's watch it again. Right from the start. Boy, Kelly, he came out of those blocks.
Great
low.
start for a big quarter miler. Just awesome. He's right there with Newsom all the way. Here's Karsten Edwards right here.
And Newsom was step for step.
It looks like Pierce from South Holland Thornwood got 4th.
But they just run right through that tape. They don't even flinch. And we'll be back with more after these messages. Now let's do a wrap-up of the field events from the state track meet. Starting it off with the long jump in Class A. Jesse Leonard, a junior from Madison. He had a jump of 23, 3 1/4. Leonard's jump ties the Class A mark with Steve Safransky, who did it back in 1976. DeJuan Porter of St. Anne, also a junior, came in second in the Class A. In Class AA, Johnny Nolan, a senior from Proviso West, beat out favorite Dwayne Murphy of Bloom with a jump of 24 and 3 inches. An impressive jump, but Murphy right on his heels with a jump of 23, 7 1/4. Nolan, the winner from Proviso West. Moving on to the shot put in Class A, Patrick Weiss, a senior from Nashville, with this throw of 54 and 6 inches. Weiss with an impressive throw is Tim Holderer of Muhammad Seymour with a throw of 53 and 3 inches for second place. And he hung in there, tried to catch him, but again, that throw of 54-6 was the winner in the Class A shot put. And in Class AA, probably one of the most unbelievable shot puts that you will see in a long, long time. And we're going to watch Kevin Coleman of Elgin and Larkin High School. Watch this. As you can see, they didn't even have any lines that met out there. Coleman's throw of 66 feet, 1 inch, 3/4. Coleman's mark betters the existing IHSA record, which was 64 1/4. And he's waiting for the announcement. As you can see, he is And there he realizes he has got himself a new state record and a AA record as well. The AA record he broke as well, 63-9. He just shattered the record with that throw of 66 feet, 1 3/4 inches. Kevin Coleman of Larkin High School, and we're just going to watch him as he enjoys his moment in the sun. Moving on to the discus in Class A, Rob Schultz of Sherrard High School. He is a senior. His throw of 178 feet and 8 inches won the event, with a second place by Joel Wood of Watsika, 175 and 7. As you can see, folks, the winners of these field events really seem to outdistance the second place men in these events. A very impressive throw here. Let's watch. And moving on to the AA, and same situation in there with first and second. Jason Pankow of Lake Park High School in Roselle, Illinois. He outdistanced Vernon Garrison of East St. Louis Lincoln with his throw of 184 and 5 inches. And in third place, just to throw this in here, Kevin Coleman of Larkin High School, who threw that shot put record, came in third in the discus as well. In pole vault, in Class A, a real showdown between Andy Crippen right here and John Kelly. Crippen with a jump of 15.9, and Kelly with a jump of 15.9 as well. Both set a Class A record, but Crippen did it with fewer misses, and that's the way it ended up. Andy Crippen of Sherrard High School, right there, the winner. And moving on to the pole vault in Class AA, Greg Fenza of Ottawa High School cleared 16 feet to take that event. Tom McDonald of West Chicago High School, 15.9 for second place. Many of these kids tried to better their records and go for a higher jump. Fenza wins the event at 16 feet. In the triple jump in Class AA, first Dwayne Murphy, who came in second in the long jump. He takes first in the triple jump, 50 feet, 7 inches and 3/4. And Ray Buchanan of Proviso East coming in second with a jump of 49.4. From Class A, Juwan Porter of St. Anna, a school we've seen win quite a few medals in this state track meet. First, 46.2. In the high jump event, as you can see, a good shot of Kevin Clements from El Paso High School. He wins the event with a jump of 7 feet 1, an impressive feat, beating out by 1 inch Brad Jendrazik of Aurora Central Catholic. And Clements with an inspiring jump, had a great day as well. And here in the AA, a real showdown. Jason James of Mount Vernon High School wins it on a jump of 7 feet, and his second place man, Darren Plabb, a junior from Escatoo, he came in second. They both jumped 7 feet, but James did it with fewer misses, and Plabb says, "We'll see you next year." Both of them, by the way, are juniors. We're going to take a break and come back to the boys' 1988 track meet after these messages.
Class A. And again, they will be running in alleys, so I'll just run them right off. Mitch Russell of Carmi, Trent Morrell of Northwestern High School, Sean Polinka of Geneva, Brett Ward of Yorkville, Carl Lewis of Forston, John Barnes of Gibson City, Rich Mollering of Lutheran North, Jamie Garner of Chester, Rich Hickerton of Whitehall, North Green, Rob Carter of Clinton, Chad Hertz of Monticello, and Kent Seaver of Marengo. And Joe, who do we look for in the 800-meter run to really outdistance everyone?
I think Rob Carter is going to win it. He's a defending champ. He didn't run very good in the sectional. I think he was just kind of laying back in the bush. Rob Carter from Clinton went by in about 25 at the 220. Very good time. Very good time.
That is something that some runners do. They are so good that they'll know what it takes just to qualify and save themselves. And then once they get into the finals, they really kick it out.
Exactly. Rob Carter is definitely the favorite. He's taken the lead right from the opening gun. Looks very smooth. He's going to be very fast at the quarter. 52, 53 first quarter. He might break the all-time record of 153.3. He's got a great race going. Let's see if he can maintain it. Now he just accelerated right there on that curve, Brian.
As I say, Carter in the maroon and gold, he has done very well. He came out of that curve looking very good and added to his lead. Look at him.
Oh, boy.
Stride.
He's just looking great. He's going to go by that 660 in a very, very quick 120, 121. My goodness, they're going by around 151 today. But there's another guy not giving up there in second place, coming on pretty tough. It might be Russell from Carmi, but I'm not positive.
He has got to keep the speed the whole way. He's got a man right on his tail coming.
Here he
right
goes. He's got a lot left.
But he is holding on. He is going to hold on to it.
He's going to make it.
Rob Carter led from beginning to end. Rob Carter of Clinton High School. He is a senior and he wins the 800-meter run.
Unofficially, Brian, 152.5, which breaks the record by almost a second. A brilliant race. A great guy. Took the lead the tough way, ran from the front all the way, and hung on and won it.
Brett Ward of Yorkville was in second place, and Ward had a chase at him and almost caught him, but
made a real great race
strong.
out of it, Brian. Real great race. That young man was about 153.5, right on the old record.
Rob Carter, and there's a shot of Rich Russell.
There's Rob Carter right there.
Clinton High School. Rob has just held out, and that's very impressive to hold the whole way. He just fought off everybody who challenged him, and Rob Carter of Clinton High School takes the 800-meter run in the Class A.
Great runner, really a great runner.
Here are the finals of the 800-meter run, Class AA. Sharon's of Batavia, Rogers of Chicago Vocational, Stuckey of Joliet Central, Peters of Chillicothe, Ritchie of Morton, Glover of Peoria Manual, Rope of Thornridge, Stanko of Oak Lawn, Street of Motherline, Loading of Main East of Park Ridge, West of Palatine Brim, and Selberg of Springfield Lanphier. And we turn to you, Joe, once again, who is going to be our favorite?
Aaron Rodgers out front, Carnes right on him, 24 flat, just a fast 220. Going to break the all-time record today if he holds up. He's going for it. That's been his goal in life, to hold the record. Aaron Rodgers. His father trains him. His father was a great runner in his own right, so this is a real success story. It's Rodgers and Carnes right there, coming to the quarter faster than most boys run the quarter when that's their race. 51.5 at the quarter.
Rogers of Chicago Vocational, he is a senior. Carnes of Batavia, also a senior. They are out 1 and 2.
30 yards ahead of the field. Just broke the race. And look at Rodgers pour it on. He is just brilliant.
Well, he is doing everything he can, and he's starting to build a little bit of a lead now on Carnes.
Great form. Carnes is a big lumbering guy. Aaron Rodgers reminds me of Sebastian Coe. Small, thin, beautiful stride. 119. They're going to break David Ayub's all-time state record if he doesn't die up.
He's coming around the final turn now.
48.89. He's coming. 130 with about 130 yards to go. Looks got a shot at it, Brian.
He is coming on strong. Carnes is in second. I believe Ritchie of Morton is in third.
140 with about 80 yards to go. Aaron Rodgers going to be close.
145, 46, 47. We're looking at 8 clock on the
49,
He's leading in 150.29 unofficially.
Right.
And look at him. He looks up at the clock. He looked up at the clock and he just gave it everything he could.
Went out fast, attacked it, tried to get the record, missed by just a second. 150.3 unofficial. Carnes, the pace told on him. He faded to fourth. I'm not quite sure who the second and third guys are. Brilliant race for Aaron Rodgers, senior from Chicago Vocational High School.
Let's watch for Carnes.
Here it is right here. And this is after the break at the first curve.
This is way, way early.
Way early. It just debilitated Carnes later in the race. He should have just let Rodgers go and not try to battle him right there, but you never never know. Look at that. Look at that relaxation, that stride. Just like a racehorse, Brian.
That's amazing. He is just moving, and there he comes. Look at it. He's doing everything he can. You can see the determination on his face.
He's gone to the arms right here. His legs are a little heavy, but he's gone to the arms, and he's maintaining his style and efficiency right there, all the way to the tape. Leans in. Beautiful race.
Aaron Rodgers of Chicago Vocational High School, the winner of the 800-meter run.
Got him?
The 800-meter relay, Class A.
Class A, 800-meter relay.
Lane 1, Madison. Lane 2, Princeton. Lane 3, Yorkville. Lane 4, St. Anne. Lane 5, Walther Lutheran. Lane 6, Greenville. Lane 7, Normal University. Lane 8, Peru, St. Bede. And Lane 9, Spring Valley Hall.
Walther Lutheran has the best time of 129 coming in, but don't sell St. Anne short.
This is, again, 800-meter relay. So there, again, this is a sprint, a little bit longer of a sprint, but they will be moving. Each will run half the track.
Brian, that opening guy for Walther made about 10 yards on St. Anne. Standing on a real brilliant leg.
Walther in that Kelly Green outfits in the middle of the track. Here they come around.
Walther in the lead right now. St. Anne's is in second. Hard to tell because of the stagger, but I think that's the way it is.
It's a good point. The stagger, until they come to the end, it's really tough to tell.
Right. And they're running lanes all the way, but right now Walther is clearly out front. They've opened up about a 10-yard lead. Oh, about 20 yards.
Now Walther, good exchange. Walther still coming around. St. Anne's coming on now.
Look at that guy at St. Anne's.
Yeah.
Woo!
He is making a lot of ground. Looking at him in the red and white. Oh, like a red blur right now. He is really moving.
This is going to go right to the wire.
Here we go, the final.
Watch the handoff. It's about 5 yards. Walter with 2:20 to go.
On the inside, on the outside, look at St. Anne, and it's like
Walter and St. Anne. And I think that might be Normal or Peru on the outside.
Oh, here comes
Walter, and here comes St. Anne.
Walter, St. Anne, and Princeton coming on. And it's going to be Princeton.
Let's look at that one.
Is that correct?
That might be Greenville.
It is Greenville. You're correct. I'm sorry, Greenville just on the outside of Walther Lutheran.
That young man was 10 yards behind when he started that leg, Brian. Just an unbelievable feat for him to come to the front, especially being on the outside like that.
Greenville in lane 6.
It looked like Walter hung on for second and
St. Anne for
St.
third.
Anne were third. Unofficially, it looks like about 130. The record, all-time record is at 128 points, so just a little bit over the record.
A tie for fourth with 16 points.
Wow, let's watch it again. This is the
Walther Lutheran, boy.
Walther Lutheran, and watch the exchange here.
Okay, very fine. Smooth handoff.
That's Princeton, or no, I'm sorry, that's Yorkville.
Peru St. Bede, I think, right next to him on the outside, but they're way back because of the stagger.
Yeah, exactly. Now watch. He comes on bottom of your screen. He's going to come from out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Look at that. Let's watch the lean, and it's, wow, definite. And Walter held on for second. What a finish. Just a brilliant race.
Did you happen to catch that number of the final runner? That was Mark Bellew?
I would say that was Mark Bellew, senior.
Yeah.
For 6:13.
Yep, that is.
That is. They're all hugging Mark.
He was the one who really made them the champions. 800-meter relay. Greenville takes first, Walther Lutheran second, St. Anne third in the 800-meter relay, Class A. The 800-meter relay, Class AA. Here are the finals now. Lane 1, Champaign Centennial. Lane 2, Aurora West. Lane 3, Rich Central of Olympia Fields. Lane 4, Rock Island High School. Lane 5, East St. Louis Senior. Lane 6, East Moline United. Lane 7, South Holland Thornwood. Lane 8, Harvey Thornton. And Lane 9, Danville High School. And Joe, who should we watch for?
I think that East Moline United and probably East St. Louis will be their two best teams, but it's so close you can't really tell, Brian.
So keep an eye on everyone.
Keep an eye on everyone, and with the staggers, you never know.
Very good point, the staggered start. As Thornwood all the way down in lane 7. St. Louis in lane 5. Good clean start. All seem to be pretty even so far.
Well, you can't tell a thing yet. That's me, St. Louis, making a stagger up on United. So he's running a great leg.
Here is
Watch that
first
handoff.
exchange.
Yep, they're about 5 yards up right now. East St. Louis, oh boy, they're inside United. And up here, I'd say that Thornwood is looking real good. South Holland, lane 7. Very tough to tell this early.
Orman in the gold tops. Here you see on the right.
Now, United's coming back on East St. Louis.
There's United in the white and orange.
That's right. Let's look at the handoff. All right, East St. Louis by 3 yards, but that team way up in lanes. Harvey Thornton is up there, too, in lane 7. Lane 8.
Lane 8, yeah, that's right.
But right now, East St. Louis is definitely in the head. Thornwood's out of it.
East St. Louis.
East St. Louis, United. The two teams I told you about are running 1-2 right now.
Well, Thornwood making up a little ground in third place.
They are. Yes, they are. East St. Louis and United.
There we
East
go.
St. Louis inside them. I don't think they'll be caught.
Well, it's going to be 1 and 2. East St. Louis and United, and Thornwood in the gold has got third, but here we come around.
Thornwood's got a great angle, man.
Looks like here comes Rich Central. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Rock Island.
Rock Island,
lane 4.
Thornwood and Rock Island. It's Rock Island. Rock Island, Rock Island. Here for it. Boy, East St. Louis way out there. What is that? 126 something. Wow, that holds up. That's an amazing time. 126.8 or 9. Wow. Very, very fast.
26.52 on the big board here in Eastern Illinois. But East St. Louis Senior takes it. East Moline in second. They were in the white. Now let's watch it, Joe. Let's see what they do so well.
One thing, the boy has come. Look at that into the pad. Never eased off. Perfect laid in the hand. Just beautiful. Nothing lost at all. Had good reach time in there. It was a nice handoff. They must have put some new guys in there. That's all I can figure because they ran about 2 seconds faster than they've been running. Look at the stride on this guy and the arm action. You can tell he's been in a weight room. Great erect, no back lean at all, straight up. Leans for the tape, just brilliant. That's a fine team, 126.5. Wow.
Shot of Eddie Robinson, 249, senior, East St. Louis. They win it, the 800-meter relay. Back with more boys track and field after these messages. The broadcast rights to today's boys track and field championships have been granted to Sports Vision by the Illinois High School Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any reproduction of this event without the written consent of Sports Vision and the IHSA is prohibited. The Class A 400-meter dash now getting ready set. Here we go. Lane 1, Gary Alexander of Tuscaloosa. I've added a little bit more there, actually. It's Tuscola. Rusty Mosby of El Dorado, Hill of Princeville, Woods of Cairo, Smith of Madison, Charlton of Eureka, Ward of Yorkville. We've seen his name a few times. Sherbian of Atkinson, and Wattis of Washburn Low Point. So, Joe, once again, we turn to you.
Well, Ian Smith, the junior from Madison, ran 49 flat in the prelims yesterday, and Brett Charlton from Eureka, President Reagan's old hometown, ran 49 too. So 2/10 separating the two top runners. That's lane 5 and 6.
And in lane 5, they, of course, will do the stagger start. And they will start lanes. The middle lanes, of course, are the lanes you want to get into, and you get in there by qualifying with the better times.
Right on.
That way you can see all of your competitors from either side. Of course, if you're just out ahead of everybody, it's a lot easier that way.
Not easier, but a little tough to find out where you're at.
Okay, here we go. We're all set now. Whistle is blown, and we will get set. Starter will ask them to get into the blocks. You also see a lot of kids there sitting down behind holding the blocks as well, so when they do make their start, it's a clean start. The blocks don't move. Everyone gets a fair shot. What's interesting, in lane 7, I believe, he's not using blocks.
Very unusual.
Yeah, stand-up start. And there they go.
Charlton early on from lane 6 is running real well.
He has made up a lot of ground.
Made up a lot of ground inside the guy that was outside him on the stagger. But I'll tell you what, the boy from Ian Smith, but Madison is coming back a little bit now. Very close.
Well, Smith is coming in. He is on the inside in lane 5.
Absolutely. It's about even right now with 2:20 to go. Charlton and Smith in a battle that looks like right to the wire, Brian.
It'll be a matter of who's going to battle for third.
Here they come, neck and neck off the curve. It's going to be a 2. Oh, there we go. Smith has opened it up.
Yeah, Smith has really done it.
It's Smith. Charlton trying to hang on, but it looks like Sherline from Atkinson in lane 8. That's
Sherline's going to take second. We don't know who took third.
Lane 3, it looks like Jeff Hill, maybe from Princeville, had a shot at third. Looks like Charlton faded back to about 5th, but Ian Smith, the junior from Madison, first all the way. Unofficially, the time
48.6.
Woo, is that a time for Class A? 48.6. All-time record is 47.2 by Mark Claypole, but this was still a great race.
Let's watch it again, Joe. The start, and let's see. Watch Smith. I think he had I'm sorry, Charlton actually had a better start.
He
You
did.
see him right at the bottom of your screen.
Absolutely.
And then Smith came on.
Smith had a short first step out. He kind of stepped out of the block rather than exploded out of the block. But boy, did he explode at the finish.
Yeah, it was the two of them.
Letting his jaw hang right there, relaxing very well.
There he is. He's a junior.
He's a junior. 48.6 for a junior unofficial is very good. He'll be down close to the record next year.
Very impressive. Now this is where he did it, coming off this turn.
Yep, you can see that Charlton is beginning to lean back. His chin is going up. He's wobbling his head. And the young man Smith is just smooth as silk. Look at that. Arm action good, body upright, knees up. Hasn't tied up a bit.
He comes on strong. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to take third here. Well, let's watch that as well. Watch Sherline, I believe, from lane 8 is going to come across in second.
I believe you're right.
Okay,
there it is.
Yeah, he's coming in. 400-meter dash, Class AA now as they get set. Dittmar in lane 1 of Sterling. Lane 2, Milner of Lake Zurich. Lane 3, Nolan of Proviso West. Lane 4, Sonneman of Fenton. Lane 5, Moss of Proviso East. Lane 6, Ruiz of St. Ignatius. Lane 7, Kelly of Joliet West. Lane 8, Kemp of Lincoln Way. And lane 9, Thomas of Mendel Catholic. Here we go. What do you watch? Middle lanes?
Watch the middle. I'd say Moss, Ruiz, and Kelly. I would not sell Kelly short. He won the 100 meters in 10.3. Great leg speed. The big boy in lane 6 with the yellow shirt on. Lane 7, Steve Kelly. All right, right now in the middle. Wow.
Yeah, they're punching up in the middle.
Milner from Lake Zurich is up there. There's Moss with that pink. Right there on the inside. Right now, Moss is on the lead.
Moss of Proviso East.
Boy, look how close it is. Moss and Milner.
They're punching up now. They're coming on the final turn.
And Ruiz, there's a 4-way goal.
Moss.
It looks like Moss.
And Son of Milner.
Here comes Kelly with that 10.3 leg speed. Here's Kelly. It's Kelly, it's Moss, and it's Ruiz and Milner. Kelly, Moss, Ruiz, and Milner from Lake Zurich in foot. What a great race. Unofficially on the board. 47.2. If that holds up. Just incredible time with this one. Just incredible.
We saw Kelly do it once before.
Boy.
He is an amazing runner. He likes to come out at the end, and you can see, I'm sure he doesn't love it being this tired, but he had to do what he had to do to win it.
I'll tell you, he kept my faith. When I know you got 10.3 speed, remember I said way up in the front line, speed conquers everything in this sport. There's no substitute for speed. Kelly's got it, and he won it.
Look at that. He knew. He's really proud of himself. He should be.
Right here, Moss is still ahead. Looks like Miller on the inside will be second, Ruiz third, Kelly's fourth. But boy, in that last 100 meters, that speed comes to the fore.
He really kicks it in. Once he comes out of the turn, look how he's just coming out of the turn, clinching the teeth.
Great arm action. Look at those arms. Now the knees go up, puts it into that next gear. Moss is fighting to hang on. Milner ran a brilliant race. Nobody heard of Milner all year. There goes Kelly with that leg speed. Just pure leg speed down the stretch. Wow. Moss second, Ruiz from St. Ignatius third, and Milner, Zurich in fourth.
So Steve Kelly of Joliet West, there is your winner, Class AA 400-meter dash. The next White Sox game on Sports Vision is this Saturday, June 18th at 7:30 p.m. as the White Sox travel to Milwaukee to take on Tom Troublehorn and his Brewers. White Sox will have their hands full trying to keep All-Stars Paul Molitor and Robin Yount off the bases. So tune in and catch the action Saturday at 7:30.
I would look to Chauncey Williams from St. Anne, the winner of the high hurdles, if I had to pick one guy, Brian.
We saw him do it before.
He said they were outlaws, but they know we're under.
He won the 110 high hurdles. Good start. We've seen good starts all day long.
Williams is right in the middle of the track with those pink striped uniform on. You can't miss him.
Oh, and he's moving that fast. It looks like they all blend into one.
Ahead of him, West Greenwood from Florida. Just ahead.
Wes Greenwood, your leader at the first hurdle from Flora.
They said Greenwood, yeah, from Flora is leader. He is just to the right.
He'll be on dead heat.
There we go.
Three guys in dead heat.
There they come. They come in the final stretch.
And Fritz Snow from Stillman Valley.
Oh, Williams kicked it out here.
There goes Williams.
Oh, Williams stumbled. Oh, Williams stumbled.
It's now Stillman Valley. Britnell. It's Britnell and Strong. The ball from Wilson looked like he hit the second place.
Oh, my goodness.
Looked to me like Britnell, Strong, and then a boy from Ridgewood, Mike.
Let's watch it again in slow motion and watch how Chauncey Williams just lost his stride.
All right, here he is. Took his chin a little high. Might be tough for him to see the hurdle. Let's see exactly if we can catch this. Now he's got his head back down again. Oh, and he stopped. You see him stop right there? He took a little hitch step. His steps were off, and he got too close to the hurdle. Didn't sense it soon enough, Brian.
Well, it was amazing that he even finished. I think he came in about 4th or 5th.
See if he gets up. He got back up.
And in the red
Valley.
Yeah, the red, white, and black.
Britnell.
Greenwood.
Credit, Brian. He bounced up again.
Here's Britnell coming across. And let's see. Wow, is that close?
Wow. I'm not picking that up.
Is that lane 2? Is that Strong?
Strong is over there in 2, and then the guy in 3, and actually looked like 4 might have gotten it.
That's going to be tough to call. But that, we know Britnell won it from Stillman Valley. Congratulations, Class A 300-meter low hurdles.
It's like unofficial 38.25.
38.25, very good, Joe. That was a... Okay, here's our first place. And let's watch the lanes now.
There's 3 guys. I would pick the guy closest to the camera.
That's lane 4. That's Greenwood.
Well, let's wait till they hit the tape now. Let's look.
Lane 3 is
I'd say you're right. I'd say the guy in the middle won it. Greenwood 3rd and probably a Strong 4th, but I'm not calling it.
Well, they have the cameras for all that. 300-meter low hurdles, though, definitely goes to Scott Britnell, the winner from Stillman Valley. 300-meter low hurdles, Class AA, Robinson, East St. Louis Senior, lane 1. Lane 2, Edmond from Naperville Central. Lane 3, Jourdain from Evanston. Lane 4, Oliver from Prairie View. That's Stevenson High School. Lane 5, Bart Smith, watch him, Naperville North. Lane 6, Powell from East St. Louis Senior. Lane 7, Rowe from York. Lane 8, Noble from Gordon Tech. Lane 9, Mitchell from Marist. And you're going to probably pull a little bit, Joe, for your young man from York High School.
I have to pull for Bobby Rowe, my captain. He's right in the hunt at 1. It looks like Bart Smith, but Bobby's right there.
Watch Bart Smith.
Right there.
Bart Smith running real well. Look at Bart Smith. It's cooking. Bart Smith, there's a shot of him you saw. Here he comes around, and he is out-distancing everyone. He's really cooking if he can just keep it up. He has got the stride. Some guys on the inside, lane 8. That's Mitchell of Marist is coming on. But Bart Smith is clearly going to win it. Lane 9 is Marist. Mitchell.
Bart Smith is clear winner. Marist boy on the outside was right up there. That might have been Ty Oliver from Stevenson. The other might have been Powell from East St. Louis. And I think our guy Rowe might have got 5th. It was pretty close in the middle.
Now watch it again. This is the point that Smith really kicks it in, and this is the far turn as he makes it.
Great
he
time,
makes up a lot of time here.
Unofficially 36.17. Look at his stride on Bart Smith. That's Bob Rowe. You can see in the yellow.
Just like how he used to run over guys in the football field. He was a big tailback.
Yep. Bart was a good football player at Naperville North. He's going to Georgia on a track scholarship. Look at that stride. Beautiful. Oh, he chopped a little bit right there. But he's so far ahead, it doesn't make any difference.
It's going to be interesting to see whether Mitchell, who all the way down on the bottom of your screen in lane 9, will come on and take second. Here comes, there's the finish right there. Let's see.
Right, definitely.
Yeah,
it
looks like it's looks like it's going to be Mitchell from Marist is going to take second, and third possibly Noble from Gordon Tech.
So they sure pull it on us fast.
Bart Smith, clearly the winner at the unofficial time of 36.17.
Here we go.
Here you go, Joe. They answered your wishes.
I hope they hold it for us now so we can look at it.
Now here's
Joe. All right. There's the guy from Stevenson right in here.
Lane 6.
Look at Bob Rowe is right in there too. Boy, I don't want to pick. Hey.
Vernon Powell.
2, 3, 4. Looks like
lane 6.
Right.
Vernon Powell of East St. Louis Senior possibly in 3rd place. We'll find out when the awards ceremony comes up. 300-meter low hurdles. Bart Smith right there, your winner in Class AA. We'll be back with more boys track and field after these messages. Class A 1600-meter run. Our runners, some of the familiar ones too. Eric Detmer of Maynard D won the 3200 meters. Also keep an eye on Rob Carter of Clinton. He was the 800-meter runner. And as well as Mike Hilliard of Norris City, Omaha, Enfield.
Wesley Wilt from Seeger comes to the award stand for the
1600-meter run.
My sleeper, Brian, is Rob Carter, if he's got anything left after that brilliant half where he broke the state record, but we don't know what it took out of him. We'll have to wait and see.
You may see if he sits back and decides to hold on and use his energy at the end, but we'll see. Eric Detmer also ran an excellent race.
52, very fast.
So who we have in the lead? Didn't really catch his numbers.
It's difficult to see, and the announcer has made nothing on the microphone, so I think we're all in trouble. But there's 4 guys.
Rich Mullering of Luther North on the first lap is our leader. We're in the gun lap now as Detmer is on the lead and now just being passed. And we're going to try and find out who that is who is taking the lead. We'll get to his number.
Boy, he's got a beautiful stride.
He's just going to look back there.
Peek behind him. A couple other guys coming on. The young man that won the 2-mile also. He may get past there.
Look at this. Doug Light of Toledo, Cumberland. And Light is he exploded there on the back stretch, the first back stretch. Now he's coming around the final stretch. Here he comes around.
He had a second-best time.
Wow.
Coming into the final. Second-best time. So he's
1600-meter run. Doug Light.
Great stretch run, Brian. Great stretch run. A lot of life left.
It's a fight for second. Mitch Russell, I think, from Carmine, may take Detmer. Detmer may fall back all the way to third. No, Detmer will take third. Russell will take second. And what an impressive run by Doug Light, a senior, of 4 minutes, 20 seconds, .53.
Excellent time. 4:20.53. Just a shade off the all-time record of 4:16.8.
Let's watch him again. Now here we come right at the gun lap, and that is Detmer. Right when we came up, he was in the lead, but right here, boy, I think Light heard the gun and he just went wild.
He exploded just like the gun. Ran, violated one of the cardinal principles, don't pass on a turn, but he's just so strong that he just went right onto the lead. Detmer exhausted himself, I think, Brian, in that 2-mile run.
Exactly. Detmer was the 3200-meter winner But Detmer will take a third home as well as the first in that 32 meter. But here is Light coming across, winning by a wide margin. And he ran all the way through.
Went all the way through the tape.
Unofficially 4:20.53. Doug Light from Toledo, Illinois, Cumberland High School. Congratulations in the 1600 meter Class A run. 1600 meter run, Class AA. Watch
Shire
from
breaking out front, that inside, right in the inside, Brian.
He took the 3200 meters.
He's a strong boy. Cross-country champ. He's a strong boy. All right, let's look. We're going to come in from the outside on him. But he made a little spurt. Right there.
Hangs in there third. You see him right there.
He's like Schwartz from Centralia leading right now. And Vesely, I think, from Rock Island second, and then Shire third.
Said to watch Wang from Huffman Estates.
He's a secret guy. He's about 6 or 7 down. He's got about 154 leg speed, so he might be the secret guy. To Prosper Wang from Huffman Estates. Tony Laskowski from Downers Grove North has got great speed. There's Prosper Wang from Huffman coming up. It's Schwartz, Wang, Shire right now. Schwartz from Centralia, Prosper Wang from Huffman, and Shire from Metamora. Going by the quarter at a very fast 62, about the same time as the Class A. Look at this race. Look at this race. There's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the hunt. Oh, my goodness. It's Schwartz and Peavy right now, and Shire.
Coming up on the gun lap. Here we go. The 1600 meter run, Class AA. Schwartz is still in the lead from Centralia out there in the white. Yeah, exactly. He's hanging in there tough.
Peavy in third.
Mike Beebe of Glenbard South is third. It is a battle. There are a lot of guys up there. Prosper Wang is back in about 5th or 6th place.
Vesely's coming on the outside from Rock Island, Brian, in the red. He's up to 4th right now. It's Schwartz, Shire, I don't know who's in 3rd, and then Vesely from Rock Island, BB fading. Here comes Tony Laskowski. Tony might get 2nd. He's got great speed.
Coming up at the outside, here comes Schwartz. Coming in strong. No one's going to be able to catch him, but it's going to be a battle for 2nd.
Tony Laskowski coming from Downers Grove North. Vesely coming to 3rd. Shire fading to 4th.
Here they go. Oh, wire.
Oh, Shire comes back for 3rd. Vesely 4th. BB 5th. Great race.
Schwartz takes first.
Looks like unofficially about 4:14.8. A very, very fine time on this hot day. Great race. One of the best ones of the day.
Todd Lopeman, I believe, from Pontiac, took 2nd.
Was that Lopeman rather than
Yeah.
Shire? I'm sorry, I thought it was in the wrong fellow. They got the same color uniforms all the way.
Let's watch again as he's coming down the stretch. Now watch. Let's see if we can see the...
It's Tony Laskowski is 2nd.
Yeah,
And then I guess you're right. It is Lopeman 3rd and Vesely 4th.
here's where he took the lead for sure. Very strong runner.
It's Beebe from Glenbard South leading, and Schwartz coming on right there. You're right. Shire faded, and Lopeman came on the outside, Brian.
We saw Lopeman
Right here.
have a good race before. He is racing well here in the 1600 meters. Shire was hanging in there.
Sure was.
But he just, I think he faded her. This was the, of course, the lap where he took over. But again, those 4 guys hung in there tough. But Nick Schwartz of Centralia High School, there, number 67, takes the 1600 meter run, Class AA. Class A 200 meter dash coming up right now. Chris Talbot of Seidel Jamaica High School. Fink of Casey, Wells of Dwight, Smith of Madison, watch him. Waboyu of St. Benedict, Graves of Cairo, Efren from Greenville, Atterbury of Hillsborough, and Hedges of Macon. Got some good names in there. We've seen and heard those names before, Joe. So Ian Smith, the man to watch.
Amen. Ian Smith is very, very tough, and I think he's going to win it.
We
We'll
saw
see.
Graves
Yeah,
run
Graves.
well, too.
Be a real battle. Graves and Smith.
Smith in lane 4, Graves in lane 6.
Ooh, Graves got a great start, Brian.
Yeah, he did. He is way out there. Woo! Graves is coming around in the lead in the blue.
Yes.
Graves way out in front. Just to the next to him is Efren from, and it's going to be close for third. And it's going to be close, real close. Wow, boy,
Ian Smith got up there, I think, for third. Very, very close, though, between Smith and Boo from St. Benedict.
Graves, Efren from Greenville, and a toss-up between Smith and Boyu for third. Wow, what a race.
I tell you what.
And this race will take it from the turn, and this is where he started to make his move right out of the blocks.
Right out of the blocks. He led from the start to the finish, and another guy, you know, Cairo's back again. Cairo, I mean, what a great team they have. Just strong. Look at that strength on that guy, Brian.
Big kid, exactly. He's very
big, strong, great arm action. The race is over. Here comes the young man in Hillsborough. I don't know, where's he from?
Greenville.
Greenville.
Efren, I believe, down lane just below. Yeah, there he is. He takes second, and it's going to be close. That's going to be, who's going to lead? Oh,
boy.
You know, it may be Waboyu in the yellow in front of Smith for third.
Well, that's a real name. We'll have to give it to him.
He was on my all-name basketball team. Great name. Great kid, too. Class 200-meter dash goes to LaBeach, Graves of Cairo. Class AA 200-meter dash coming up right now. Palmer of East Moline United, lane 1. Derek of Englewood, Benion of St. Joseph, Wheatley of Thornton, Newsom of Rock Island, Edwards of Aurora West, Jones of Danville, Pierce of South Holland Thornwood, and Cook of Jacksonville. Who should be watching this time?
Brian, watch Wheatley in 4, was only a sophomore. Newsom in Rock Island in 5 sophomores. 2 sophomores, the favorites. It's unbelievable.
This is an exciting race to watch because they start over there on the far side and you can just see it develop all the way around the corner. Another good start.
Oh, boy. It looks like the guy up in
Rock Island. Newsom,
right,
yeah.
up
Look
there.
at him in the red.
Came right out of those blocks. He's up there right now.
Lane 5, Newsom. Wow, look at him go. But Thornwood.
Here comes Thornwood. Pierce. It's Newsom and Pierce. And it looked like Karsten Edwards might lean for third. Very close.
Newsom, Edwards, and Pierce.
I think Pierce got second. I think Edwards was third. That's the way I'd call it, Brian. Wow, 21-3 on the unofficial time. That's amazing.
Wow, and he's only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore at all of these races he's had over the last 2 days. That's amazing.
He's going to have 2 more tries at it.
Great athlete.
Tim Newsom of Rock Island. Watch it again. Again, he really took command out of the blocks, too.
Just beautiful stride. Great arm action. Runs high. Up on his toes. Knees up. Hasn't tied up at all. Chin down. He's a biomechanical expert right there. Just perfect. Watch this lean for the tape, Brian. Plenty left.
There's Thornwood.
Yeah, definitely Karsten Edwards in third.
Is Karsten Edwards of Aurora West.
Very fast race, Brian.
200-meter dash, Class AA, goes to Tim Newsom of Rock Island High School. We'll be back with more boys track and field after these messages.
There is a magazine that can help you earn more money.
1600-meter relay, Class A. In lane 1, Geneva. Lane 2, St. Anne. Lane 3, Trenton Wesleyan. Lane 4, Cairo. Lane 5, Melrose Park, Walther Lutheran. Lane 6, Yorkville. Lane 7, Clinton. Lane 8, Herscher. And lane 9, Nashville. And Joe Newton, who do we look to take this lead and really put some heat on?
I think Walther Lutheran and Cairo are the cream of the crop, although Trenton Wesleyan had a good time coming into the state meet.
It's going to have an effect on the overall team tallies as well, so very important for Cairo and Walther Lutheran to do well here. 1 lap around for each man.
Walther's made up the stagger on the guy outside him, so they're running very good at the moment.
Yeah, Walther in the green, making up quite a bit of ground. They've
absolutely. Cairo boy is falling back.
Yeah, where is Cairo? They're way back. He's passed up
second place, but it's hard with these staggers.
Exactly. They have to go around several more times.
My goodness, it's almost a dead heat between Westland and Walter. Westland's in the lead now, Brian.
It wasn't a solid handoff there.
St. Anne's not too far out of it in lane 1. They're coming up on the inside. Matter of fact, they just passed Lutheran right there, Walter. So it's Trenton, St. Anne, Walter.
Trenton in the black uniform there out front. Now they all file down.
Ooh, they're jamming up.
Yeah, St. Anne in second. Looking strong. Coming up on the outside.
I think that's Yorkville taking the lead.
That's right, Yorkville. We were trying to find out who it was. St. Anne on the inside as he just cruises right by him. Snuck by him.
It's St. Anne, Yorkville, and Walter Lutheran right now running 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Yorkville is number 2, and now here comes Walter Lutheran. And they are really making up a little ground. Clinton coming on in 4th. But really, they 1, 2, and 3, they are way out in front of the pack. St. Anne holding on there. And here comes Walter Lutheran trying to make up some ground here right before the
Cairo made a big move way back. He's almost coming to 3rd.
Cairo making a move here. Here comes the gun lap, final lap. St. Anne out front. 1983, this team set the state record.
Walter hanging on. Yorkville right on Walter. Cairo in 4th.
Here comes Yorkville up to challenge for second. Clinton coming up, passing Cairo back in the 3rd position, but
They're making a run on St. Anne.
St. Anne is there. Look at that. He's fallen. The St. Anne runner is not pushing at all. He's having some trouble.
He's tying up.
He is, but he's
close, Brian.
Oh, he's got a burst right here. It's going to be tough to catch him.
It looks like St. Anne. Walter, look at that. Cairo, come.
Cairo, St. Anne, they may get
Walter and Cairo. What a finish. Unofficially about 3:24. Unofficially. Great race, Brian. Just, I'm exhausted from calling it. Great race. Seems like St. Anne or Cairo is in everything, doesn't it, Brian?
Exactly. You get to see those red and white striped uniforms all day long. St. Anne, the winner of the 1600-meter relay for Class A. Joe, let's watch here on the exchange here.
I think this
seems
is
to be
the
the
second
spot.
exchange, right? That's
Right.
Yorkville taking the lead. But now here's the problem. Yorkville should have cut in right there, and he didn't. And he allowed the St. Anne guy to get by him on the inside.
He went over tentatively. He didn't go over strong.
Exactly. If he'd have gone over strong, he could have shut him right off, and he had every right to do that.
He actually shut off, as you see right there,
Shut off
Walter
Walter.
Lutheran.
Exactly.
Here's the finish. It was a strong finish. Walter Lutheran, St. Anne's, he kicked it on there after the turn. Did a nice job, but Walter Lutheran takes it. And look at right here, the Cairo runner coming in.
Came from 30 yards back. Wow. Nipped Yorkville.
Now, you
right.
got to have one of those guys running the last leg for you.
You got to have a heavyweight anchor. That's right.
The Class A 1600-meter relay winner, St. Anne. 1600-meter relay, Class AA. Here we go. Lane 1, Bloom. Lane 2, Proviso East. Lane 3, Quigley South. Lane 4, St. Ignatius. Lane 5, East St. Louis Senior. Lane 6, Joliet West. Lane 7, Champaign Centennial. Lane 8, York from Elmhurst. And lane 9, Chicago Vocational. And Joe, you were talking to me just before we came up. This has got it. This is the team championship is on the line here.
Absolutely. East St. Louis, Bloom, and Joliet West control their own destiny in this relay. It's going to the final. What a thrilling finish. A great relay, and the team championship depends on it.
This is going to be amazing. Watch this now.
Very tough to tell with these high staggers. But it looks like up there in lane 5, that team has got a real good run out of East St. Louis Senior.
Yeah.
Taking off real good. They've made up the stagger on Joliet, but Joliet's got that heavyweight on the anchor that we talked about, Kelly.
Joliet West, you saw, and East St. Louis neck and neck. Bloom is all the way on the inside.
Yes, they are.
It's a tough lane to be in.
I'll tell you what, there's Bob Rowe from York in lane 7. It looks like Elmer Short might be up front. Let's watch the handoff by it. Elmer Short, hands off right there.
First, they're the first one, and they go fast. They come out fast on that second man out is really burning up.
Team in lane 2 is pretty tired. Lane 3, Quigley South is going to be right there also, because York's got to come from way outside. It's Quigley South, York, and East St. Louis. What a battle. Woo!
East St. Louis coming on the outside.
East St. Louis on the outside. It's now Quigley, East St. Louis, and York.
And we have to tell you, Joe's from York.
I'm sorry if I get a little excited.
That's okay. This is an exciting race.
It's Quigley, East St. Louis.
Wow, they are way out ahead.
It looks like York is fading.
Coming up on the third man.
St. Ignatius just went to third. York is fading out to about 6.
And here's the pass. St. Louis out.
St. Louis out front, Quigley second, St. Ignatius third. It's very tough to tell now. There's about 5 teams just jammed right in there. St. Ignatius.
Champaign Centennial taking third place now.
Yep. St. Ignatius at 4th. York is in 6th. Joliet West is in 7th.
Bloom is all the way
Bloom is
back.
in 8th.
Here comes East St. Louis.
It's East St. Louis. It's Quigley.
East St. Louis quickly.
And York is coming with a big rush.
Right here.
Mike Grant from York just past St. Ignatius. Ron Westfall grabs it. We're in 4th place right now.
Here is the final run.
East St. Louis. Quigley.
Champaign Centennial.
Champaign Centennial, York, and then there's Ruiz from St. Ignatius. That's Westfall from York. Ruiz from St. Ignatius. Westfall is getting a challenge here at 3rd place.
York is moving up into third.
Boy, what a battle this is going to be, Brian.
Champaign Centennial's holding on. Well, East St. Louis and Quigley South getting a little tight there around the corner.
Very, very tough. And here comes Kelly. He's like silky soft.
That's right.
Here comes Kelly.
From Joliet West.
Oh, what a race this is going to be. East St. Louis hasn't wrapped up. Quigley South is going to be second. It looks like Westfall from York might hold on for third.
East St. Louis quickly South.
Champaign Centennial is fourth.
And York
is in fifth. Wow.
Joe Newton's York team takes third. So East St. Louis with an impressive win.
Looks to me like East St. Louis is going to lose. Well, I think Bloom got a point in that relay, and if they did, Brian, they're going to win the meet by 1 point, 38 to 37, I think.
Bloom with that inside lane, a very, very tough lane to start off in. Yeah, they're way behind, but they may...
If they got 8th place, that's a point. I'm not sure if they got 8th or 9th. If they got 8th, they got a point. East St. Louis had 27. They got 10. That's 37.
Let's watch East St. Louis and this team. Quigley South, a little bit of a surprise.
Absolutely, but they've had a good team all year, and they put it all together today. But brilliant run by East St. Louis. But Quigley's had those McQuaid twins, and they're very fine runners. And Brother Ivers is a good coach. But East St. Louis was the class of the field.
Nice exchange, too. And they held on to that lead right there at the exchange, and they
absolutely
never
I'm
lost
proud of
it.
Ron Westfall, our anchor guy, too, Brian. He ran a great leg, and it's a happy day. Here it is now. This is the anchor man from East St. Louis. Just look at how strong he is, Brian. You can tell he's been in the weight room.
Came through all the way through.
All the way through.
East St. Louis, then Quigley South with a nice second-place finish right up there with him.
Unofficial time of...
is 3:15.96.
Oh, my
York is
God.
third.
3:15.96, a brilliant time. Ron Westfall of York finishing third, and then it looks like Champaign Centennial is fourth.
Right.
St. Ignatius with Ruiz anchoring in fifth.
That's the way it looked. But East St. Louis Senior with a very impressive win here in the 1,600-meter relay for Class AA. And we'll be back with more boys track and field after these messages. The Class A team championships now. Madison is third place. St. Anne, second place with 52 points, and with 58 points, edging him out by 6 points is Cairo High School. And we saw just a valiant effort in every event that they put on. They were in there, hanging tough.
It was a brilliant battle, Brian, right to the wire. It seemed like every event there was somebody from Cairo or St. Anne, and Walter Luton was around a lot, and so was Madison. So it was a great field and a great meet and great competition. Congratulations
to Cairo High School, the Class A state champion for 1988.
And, of course, giving equal time to Class A, Jim West of Cairo High School, the Pirates winning the Single A championship for the 3rd time. You've done it quite a few times.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time in the last 6 years, but this one just was super because it was a team effort. We had so many adversities this year, some relay teams disqualified, kids hurt, and then the other kids just came back and battled super.
Well, we were noticing that that the team just seemed to be placing every time we saw them. They were always in every single race. You never really were out of anything.
Well, one of these days my goal is to place in every event. I don't know whether we'll ever do it or not, but that, you know, that's a dream for every coach, and we try to build a total team.
What about you? You said a total team. You've had some kids. They just did outstanding job and all around. Mention some of the kids.
Well, this year, LaBiche Graves won the 100 and 200, ran the 400 relay and won it. Darren Hodge was just super, and a senior in the 100 got second. Run on the relay, won. Lando Long, a sophomore, got second in the triple jump. Arthur Woods got 3 medals, come in, just 3rd time he's ever run the 400 and got 3rd. You know, I hate to leave out anybody, but just there's others. John Newell ran great. Norman Moore is just a great effort from everybody.
It looks like you've got quite a few kids coming back as well. We saw a lot of sophomores and juniors on your team.
Yeah, I've got, on this bunch, out of the 10, there were 4 of them will be back next year. Then I've got some real good kids at home that just didn't quite make it this year.
Jim West of Cairo, congratulations, Class A champions. Well, you may see you back here again next year.
Thank you very much.
So long.
The winner of the team championship here for 1988, State of Illinois champions, the team Bloom High School with 38 points. And Joe, what you said in the end, the difference was their 1,600-meter relay team.
1 point. Bloom had 37 points for a long time, and their 1,600-meter relay got that 1 point. And hey, life is 1 point here and 1 point there. Linnell Poole has had great teams at Bloom for years. He's a well-deserving coach.
East St. Louis senior with 37 points takes the 2nd place trophy, and Joliet West with 33 points takes 3rd place. A very impressive 3rd place for Joliet West. East St. Louis senior, congratulations to them. But there they are from Chicago Heights, Illinois, the Bloom High School kids with 38 points winning the state championship in the team category. Congratulations to Bloom.
We're talking with the AA championship coach, Linnell Poole of Bloom High School. And Linnell, you've got to feel proud of your kids. They really stuck it out there. They hung at 37 points there for a while, though.
Well, we just had a few misfortunes, but if you win by a quarter of a point or 1 point, it doesn't matter. So we felt great about the victory no matter what.
Tell us a few of the kids who really seemed to come up when you really didn't expect them to do as well today.
Well, we had outstanding performances out of a young man by the name of Rafael Martinez and also a sophomore by the name of Michael Jackson. So these kids turned in real outstanding performances for us. And, of course, Dwayne Murphy and Fred Campbell did outstanding jobs, and Chet Lahetta and Mike Ledier in the weight events for us.
Well, Bloom High School has had several championships over the years. Can you remember how many state championships in track and field this is?
Yes, we've had 6 state championships in track.
And how many for you?
This is my 2nd one. The first one was in 1977, and this is my 2nd one.
Just as satisfying?
Just as satisfying. Yes, it is.
Congratulations. Your kids ran a great race, and as well as the field events. Linnell Poole of the Bloom High School in Chicago Heights, Illinois, they're taking home the state championship in track in AA this year.
Executive producer for Sports Vision is Danny DiCarlo. Today's track and field championship has been produced and directed by Bob Albrecht. The associate director, Paul Lamantia. Studio coordinator, Jan Thompson. Remote facilities provided by Trio Video. Stay tuned for Soloflex video brochure. I'm Brian Hanrahan saying goodnight for Joe Newton. Once again, the boys track and field champions for 1988 are in Class A, Cairo, and Bloom in Class AA. Preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Sports Vision.